Shwa, doody doo ha. Zibbity boo. Are we good? Are we great? Can you hear everything? Is everything good? Yes. Oh, that's one thing I should do before. Hold on a second. I need to reopen that guide I was reading. Just in case I get lost again. Walk through. Sorry. Okay. We are all good now. Okay. Welcome back, everybody, to Stasis. We are continuing. Elevator. At least it's not a plant-side elevator filled with the advertising screen. Elevator shaft wrapped in plastic. As with many of the surfaces, the elevator shaft has been wrapped in a protective covering. Contamination is a concern here. Power pad. The high-voltage wireless power pad provides a portable energy source for engineers and mechanics. Work light. The floodlight illuminates the work area efficiently, giving off a much-needed heat. Construction plastic. Most of the room has been covered in heavy-duty plastic sheeting. Were they building something? Toolbox. Let's see what's in here.
Looks like this place is being expanded.
The sea was always expanding. That place scares me.
Thanks.
Sorry.
How could you? The smooth surface of the metal toolbox is punctuated by shining metal pop of rivets. Ooh. So we can head this way, apparently. Work like the area seems to have been undergoing a renovation. Scaffolding. A large metal scaffold spans the room's width. Closed power cell housing. Hanging wires. Dangling wires resemble nooses. Oh, that's cheerful. Bless me, I'm so sorry. So what do we get from there? High temperature slug gun. Well, if I'm saving right now, you guys must know what's about to happen. What do you mean, no? Why aren't you working?
I don't know what I was thinking there.
Let me use it. Okay.
Warning. Halothane hepatotoxicity is at an elevated level.
Shit's here. Where is Rebecca?
She's in the containment area at the other end of the sea.
I'm sorry. Load. Hold on a second. It did not pop up. We're supposed to get an achievement for get shot by the robot. Standing may not award the achievement. Try to get shot when following the robot. Ah.
Warning. Halo thing. Toxicity is at an elevated level.
There we go.
Shit here. Where is Rebecca?
She's in the containment area at the other end of the
Go back here. Load it. Okay.
Failure. Integrity compromised in failed passive systems.
We need some sort of key or something? Can I use this on this?
Probably not a good idea.
Still find it weird.
Warning. Halo thing hepatotoxicity is at an elevated level.
Let's just go in.
The words. I can't even.
sea. What do you see?
What kind of a monster would do this? These women. These poor women. This is torture. This is...
Science.
Okay, let me see. Portable gurney. Disconnecting these poor women from the machines and wheeling them away on this gurney would be an easy choice if it weren't for the fact that such an act would surely kill them. Portable gurney, a wheeled stretcher to transport the sick, injured easily, but to where? Organic nutrient growth. The pulsing sacs bleed their nutrient mixtures onto the floor, where the liquid congeals in clustered cysts. Hybrid fetus. This fluid sac rocks gently to and fro, containing neither a human nor animal, but a medical marvel nonetheless. The awful engorged placenta hangs like a ripened fruit. The horror of this is a large fetus sac is matched only by the horror of what's within its fleshy walls. Chemicals of unknown origin are contained within. Organic nutrient growth. Hybrid fetus. An organic pulsating fluid sac holds the fetus, an external placenta. There is something noticeably peculiar about this artificial placenta. On closer inspection, there are tiny, ragged apparatus across its surface, almost as if it's been eaten at from within. There is a calmness about the suspended womb, but the pungent smell of amniotic fluid makes prolonged observation unbearable. The sac of organic matter sways peacefully in its slumber, punctuated by a pulsing movement from within. Machinery. Although it is a wall of gauges, they cluster and protrude like the offspring birthed on a Sirenian toad's back. Bloated fetus. This thing inside the incubator is an anathema to nature. The poor creature should not exist, and what life it shows is reluctant and painful. Portable defibrillator.
Defibrillator. And it looks like it's fully charged.
Computer terminal, a division of Kane Industries. Mist. A fine mist sprays down, anointing the bodies of the women below. Pregnant woman. You remember seeing Renaissance area sculptures of nuns in Holy Communion. Their eyes roll back, bodies contorted in ecstatic agony. There's a hint of that expression across this unconscious woman's face. Ooh. Pregnant woman. She is trying to communicate, but her words are little more than slurred vowels. Her throat is dry, and she is clearly extremely weak. Pregnant woman. Seated in the chair is a woman in her mid-30s, head shaved, limbs atrophied, tumescent in pregnancy. She's connected to a machine that feeds and sedates her. Fluids. The smell of almonds wafts from the vicious steam of blah blah blah.
These women must have families and lives.
You can't do anything for them now. Soon this ship will run out of oxygen. They won't be in pain for much longer.
A second in this place is more torture than anyone should bear.
Just breathe in and out. Soon you'll wake up from this. I'm here to help.
What we get?
I'm here to help you.
Bandage?
Just close your eyes.
Computer terminal. Birthing laboratory. Project Zebra Revised version 6. Update by Dr. G. Milan, King Corporation, all rights reserved. For the eyes of the King Board of Directors only, SEED is an attempt to create the ultimate super soldier by, in simple terms, cultivating junk strands of human DNA. Over the years, the human genome has shed or made dormant certain strands in its own DNA sequence for various evolutionary reasons. Professor Salam Gurund observed that certain dormant parts of these genes were not so much junk as they were potential, that is, genetic information contained and completely sublimated by a dormant gene. Professor Gurund engineered an early life form based on the original theory by inducing these identified genetic strands in the early stages of embryo formation. The initial concept was intriguing, but its ultimate results was a group of uncontrolled animalistic creatures. Version 6 of this proposal is to update these same dormant genes into the human makeup by use of genetic splicing, thereby introducing desirable physical and mental characteristics over a generation to produce fast-learning, hard-to-kill, and utterly ruthless soldiers. Dr. G. Milan. Okay. Observation Report 0001 by Dr. C. Williams. Her vital signs are steady. Certain hormone levels are extremely high, but I'm countering this with the judicious administration of depressants in each case. Survival chances very high. She is young, healthy, and there are no signs of any infections or complications capable of disrupting the birth. Recommendations: keep under observations. Prepare for phase 1 treatment. Observation Report 002 by Dr. C. Beckman. The subject, despite her promising early progress, appears to be failing. Supposition is that she cannot withstand the foreign genetic structure that is being fused into her body. Typical signs of rejection are being displayed. Recommendations: observe for an additional 24 hours. If there are no signs of improvement, then termination and disposal of the patient is recommended. Observation Report 0003 by Dr. C. Beckman. The subject is progressing well. As well as being aesthetically attractive, she has all the other genetic traits required. Initial concerns about her suitability, voiced by Dr. Milan, chiefly due to the new number of sexual partners, have been proven unfounded. She will be a perfect carrier. The hybrid DNA is fusing to my satisfaction. Apart from a small amount of pain, her body appears to be coping with the adjustments. I have prescribed her a steady dose of anesthetic to keep her subdued and comfortable. Hybrid subject number 302 by Dr. G. Milan. Since delivery, hybrid subject 302 has been kept inside an incubator due to its respiratory distress. Assisted breathing is required. Cardiac arrest has occurred, and use of automated external defibrillators has been required to revive the child. I deduce that the conditions and sickliness are due to the late molecular bonding between the hybrid and the host DNA in the mother. A weak nervous system is also highly likely in this case, but the subject's regenerative abilities can be stimulated with steroids. Conclusion: the child is weak but will survive. The mother is suitable for continued breeding. Ooh.
I can't see it working like that. I can't see it working like that. Nah, that's ridiculous.
I
don't think that'll work.
Fine then, let's leave. Oh my god. Machinery. This must be where diagnostics for experiments are reviewed. Pulsating mass of flesh and bone. A haze agglomeration of flesh and bone. Limbs just haphazardly jut haphazardly, from its mass. It sports a human head that gurgles out of sync with the pulsing of its other parts. Recent blood discharge. A recent blood discharge hints that this life form isn't viable in long term. PDA, okay. Dr. Clifford Backman, January 16th. They say I'd never make it to 60. Ha, I'm 85, you fuckers. Old and still cooking with gas. 3 bastard kids, and I outlived them all. Okay, so I was young when I had them. Those girls never even knew I was the father. Of course, I had to switch the DNA samples so they didn't know the little shits were mine. I'm too old now for that. But you never completely lose your eye for ladies. Ooh. February 28th. I might have false teeth, Dr. Milan, but I'm no moron. For the good of humanity, I'm a sociopath, and allegedly rapist of women. But your little speech to the crew was less sincere than anything I could say with a straight face. At least you know how to turn a blind eye whenever I have to get rid of troublesome subjects, right, Milan? The new gas for the chambers is working splendidly, an improved kill rate of 60% of the old formula. I watched those poor fuckers writhe and die. We have a viewing window now, just so we can make sure it's done. If I were a moral man, I'd call it perverse. Perverse? It's lucky for Project C that I couldn't give a shit. I thrive when I don't have to answer to anyone with a conscience. March 17. This will not do. Not at all. I need more subjects. The rejection ratio of the DNA splicing is stratospheric. So not only do I need more bodies, but I need better ones. They bring me imports and strays, but the best results are achieved with crew members. One cannot prey too often on those, of course, no matter the need. My chosen ones were always those who wouldn't be missed. The furnaces are inadequate for my disposable requirements. I'm told they're so hot that they could destroy dark matter. They seem slow to respond when burning flesh, though, and the smell is hardly pleasant either. It reminds me of that injured dog that I found as a little boy growing up in Missouri. It looked at me with a pleading look, and the kind a sick patient gives a doctor they trust absolutely. Naturally, I stomped on the mongrel's head. It was a mercy. There are too many in society who have a similarly damaged disposition. It's a kindness to snuff out their worthless lives. God damn, dude. August 12th. I must get more pathway. That little prick DeSantos is usually more than forthcoming with its ingredients, but he says his own suppliers are having problems. I know you, DeSantos. I know you're not a real doctor. I know the kind. I have 5 PhDs, and I can tell when men have been hired for their instincts rather than their knowledge. Meanwhile, the cutting and splicing continues. Oh, and Charlotte, we all know about your little experiment, you stupid bitch. First, she kills her partner by accidentally exposing him to a lethal virus, and then she goes gaga for him. That's the sort of beautiful incompetence that slays me. I spent years perfecting the art of the kill, making a murder appear a mishap, and she went and did it all completely by accident. What perfect nonsense. Damn. These are all terrible people. It's not like I'm just realizing that, but god damn, I'm realizing how terrible. October 10th, I held the subject down today and used my surgical hammer to cave in his windpipe. When I gouged out his eyes and tried to rip his jaw from its socket. My goodness, what an outburst. I'm becoming careless. I need more pathway. Dr. Milan is starting to worry that my tendencies cannot be controlled. He need not worry, I'm still focused on seed. Seed is still just that, a seed, but this chrysalis will soon break open and blossom and successfully breed Homo novi in their containment cells, while their unsuccessful brethren reduced to a viral mulch that's already breached the containment seals of the ship grow. Its genetic makeup might be a little more than trash, but is astoundingly tenacious. I have to respect that which kills with such efficiency. November 12th. I woke up in the emergency room today. Somebody found me on the stairs. I can't remember much. What I do know is that both my fucking legs are up in casts. I better get comfortable because Dr. Graham says I'll be in here for at least a month. December 23rd. We die as the Novi cut us down, but I'm not ready to be replaced by a new species. Our creations are impressive, but I don't share Milan's fanaticism for what is happening here. I must try to make sure one of the lifeboats is available for me. A shame there are not another for that delectable young thing. What was her name? Callister? I would have liked to have her around when this ship was going to hell. She's dead, however. How unfortunate. God damn. January 3rd. I may be old, but I'll tear anyone who tries to stop me from leaving apart at the limbs. I have survived police investigation, court cases, vengeful spouses, and idealistic lab hands. I will gut any shitbag trying to prevent my escape, and that includes you, Milan. I will jab out your eyeballs and eat them before I submit to you. God damn. Conjoined twin hybrids. Two bodies conjoined at the head share one brain. It doesn't seem that the brain is up to the task coordinating movement between the two bodies. Yeah, one looks dead and one looks more alive. Machinery and readout screens. The readout tracks factors like equipment feedback. Waits the new patient. Computer terminal. This console is dormant, waiting input for the staff who will never return to work in this slaughterhouse. Scanning machinery, its grinding bay glows with an eager light. Overgrown hybrid. This appalling distended creature appears to be a hybrid, although of what is unknown. It is not complete human, that is absolutely certain. The lithium... What?
Can we allow this?
This is the purpose of the group lane. It's not on Earth. People can't see it, so they don't care.
But if they knew...
So what?
A lithium-ion fuel cell provides high-density energy storage and remote wireless charging. Okay. Remote charging.
Work. I think that would break.
Oh, okay. Fine then. Large infant skeleton. This is a skeleton must been a really large infant. Typical hospital screens used to protect the dignity of patients. Yeah, there's so much dignity here. Human skeleton. A strange-looking human skeleton. Preserved conjoined twins. The corpse of a creature hangs reserved. It may have been a twin. Two heads are fused together and a pair of spines meets. Each spine wraps around the other like a gnarled mountain range. Liquid nitrogen canister. The canister of liquid nitrogen feeds the surrounding specimen containers. Can we take it? Let's see. Conjoined mass. One of the failed experiments, a lump of organs held together by wrinkled skin. Bone poked through the flesh in spots. Splayed open human body. Do medical schools ever feature bodies that are so grossly exhibits of external organs? Eviscerated corpse. In the aftermath of this body's evisceration, you can't tell whether its legs were removed or whether it ever had any. Ooh, damn. Terminal. Mutagen no. Mutagen laboratory. Hybrid Reject 811. Report by Dr. G. Milan. A highly unusual form of rejection such has not been observed before, manifested in this hybrid. It is entirely possible that the mutagenic compounds used to synthesize the hybrid DNA was faulty in this particular instance. Usually with any rejection, there is a sign of initial bonding and then a breakdown, but in this case there was absolutely no bonding attempted whatsoever. Given the thoroughness with which we create the DNA, I suspect that the centrifuge machine for this particular batch was faulty. Repair and a maintenance check of the machine is ordered immediately. Recommendation: destroy what remains and also destroy the fetus. Hybrid Reject C, report by Dr. C. Backman. Subject died during birth. It can only be surmised that death was due to a failing in the host, as all reports and tests leading to the birth showed no signs of fetal defect. Upon further investigation of the woman's medical history, it was noted that she experienced complications when giving birth to a child previously. This host would not have been used had this been highlighted. In light of her medical history, I now assume that this was the cause of the fetal distress and death of the subject. Note: host is being kept alive and has undergone 1 transfusion. Recommendation: revoke host life support order and dispose of body of hybrid Reject C. Hybrid Reject 604, report to Dr. C. Williams. During the autopsy of Hybrid 604, there were signs of renal failure. Renal? I don't know. It appears the kidneys were unable to process the amino acids required for the breakdown of nutrients. The damage to the liver, stomach, and intestines show the same degenerative patterns. Reasons: it is possible that the report of the mother giving birth 3 months prior was an error. Comment: further reports regarding the failure of mutagenic compounds will be finalized later. Excuse me. Whew. Readout screens. The screens are replete with analytical data about the subjects around you. Results of various tests which you don't understand flash across the screen in a blur. PDA!
If they were more open, this wouldn't happen.
Open to who? The people? Governments?
Other corporations.
What cost?
A bit of our humanity, I suppose.
Dr. Marvin DeSantos, March 2nd. Man, that bitch from shipping won't get off my back. You fuck a girl real good and she just comes crawling back. If she doesn't get out of my hair, I'll have her moved off shift. Dr. Milan is a prick, but he looks after me like that. I gotta say, being on Project Seed is awesome, man. Okay, so we gotta do some pretty noxious shit, but in exchange, I got a lot of protection and an honorary title. Dr. DeSantos, I like it. Dr. Milan knows about my contacts and private cargo that arrives on board. And I know he hates it, but there ain't nobody else prepared to work under Dr. Backman. The guy is one twisted fuck. And also one of the best customers. I get imports, sure, but my own private lab is what manufactured Backman's pathways shit. Funny, I never realized how dependent these smartasses of science are on drugs. Personally, never touch the stuff. You gotta have your wits about you, man, especially around here. May 15th. Wow, Dr. Williams, Charlotte. I never would have figured that uptight woman was a slut, but holy hell, she just gave me the ride of my fucking life. Who'd have thought it? Slinky face under the lab coat of hers, and for a woman in her mid-40s, a body that makes you want to get on your knees and howl at the moon. Against the table, pressed up against the viewpoint windows, on top, underneath, like a frickin' rattlesnake. Of course she's Looney Tunes. Probably thinks I'm her dead husband or something. Like I care. As soon as she keeps coming to me to fulfill her needs. As long as she keeps coming to me to fulfill her needs. Ah. Crazy but smart, and she has no idea how much I know about her little project. I saw the details. People just think I'm a smack-talking smartass, but I've been training on the Groom Lake since I was 16. I studied chemistry and genetics. Aced all of it, too. She thinks I'm too stupid to understand. September 9th. Thinking I could have gotten myself in too deep here. The drug thing was fine, but this whole industrial espionage thing is kind of freaky. I don't think Dr. Milan knows. I know Lincoln watches me with an eagle eye, but he can't know for sure. If he did, he'd eject my ass from the ship with the rest of the failed hybrid, but goddamn, the money is good. I earned my year's salary by sending some info to the Backstar Industries. My contact gave me more money than I could have conceived for leaking one report. I met the guy who while I was on leave. He was a smug dickhead who somehow knew what I did, and then he flashed the cash. I got no loyalties to the company, and I know how Dr. Milan treats loyal staff. That guy can turn on a dime when it suits him. I've heard of weird shit going on down in the decks below, and Seed has me feeling it'll soon be time to get the hell out of Dodge. pronto. 1 or 2 more reports might just give me what I need. November 20th. Nobody knows about my little acts of espionage, but who'd care? The ship is falling apart. Some of those fucked up things that Beckman and Milan made are on the prowl. I stashed away my cash as soon as I heard things were going wrong, but money ain't gonna make a spit's worth difference if we all get killed. Milan's taking all this way too calmly, actually. Actually, I'd say he's enjoying all this. He came into the lab this morning. He still makes us all report to the lab and was grinning the whole damn time. His eyes all red like he was coming down from a high. The guy does not need drugs for a high. His general fucked upness is what he rides. And here was me thinking Beckman was the crazy one. Ooh. February 1st. It's just us. Oh god, even Beckman's around now. Not even Beckman's around now. Charlotte was dragged away to the labs a few days ago. We're sealed off from the other decks. I reckon it's only a matter of time before Milan decides to do something about me too. I've been living on the ship for years. I know about hidden passages not that even Milan doesn't know about. I'll get over to the communications array and let off a signal. Hopefully they'll get to us before Dr. Milan finds out.
I think that will just break it.
Okay, fine then. I have a liquid nitrogen, high temperature slug gun.
I think that would break.
How would it break? Huh?
I don't know what I was thinking.
This says explosivo on it.
No. Crazy.
Eh?
No, that won't work.
I don't know what to do. Maybe I'm missing something. To the walkthrough. Let's see. Let's go in here to reset it. Because apparently... quickly gonna save. Okay, it doesn't come all the way here. Okay. Spilled water. Nothing of any use can be gained from empty crates that litter this area. No! Oh, thank God. Deactivated Sentry Bot. The Sentry Bot sits motionless as a whip of smoke swirls from the burning CPU. Thank God.
Easy does it. God, I just hate it. Got it.
Okay. So this is the main laboratory. Let's see. Sink. Not even handprint marks the surface as sparkling clean sink. It might be the type with the built-in cleaning drone. Technology that provides an energy boost for heavy-duty equipment. Airlock. The airtight steel frame forms a secure barrier adjacent to the room. Elevator platform. This elevator was constructed to lower its passengers quickly into the thick darkness below.
Warning. The oxygen atmosphere generator system is no longer functioning. Product failure is imminent.
Black Void, the shapeless maw of an unlit void. Okay. Let us save again. Slug gun fun. Oh, y'all. Oh my God. Dear God. Here. Load. So, do I shoot the airlock? Twisted metal.
I can try to make it fit, but it may break.
Wait a minute. Can I use...
I don't think that'll work.
The technology provides an energy boost for heavy-duty equipment.
It doesn't work like that.
Maybe I just need to keep firing.
No. Crazy.
Can we go this way? No, we can't. No. Twisted metal.
Maybe. No, that won't work. Nothing that'll just break it.
That's the point. Sometimes the point is breaking shit. I don't know what to tell you, dude.
This isn't gonna work.
It's rate out and fall tolerant system is never
No, that won't work.
Stabby,
I can't see
stabby.
it working like that.
Liquid nitrogen?
No, that won't work.
The fuck do you want me to do? I understand when there's something to do with power cells. We're trying to get power pads online, I'm assuming? Yeah, this one's not working correctly.
That's just crazy. Although... no. Crazy.
Okay, back to the fucking guide. Okay, I don't understand how I was supposed to figure this out. So, apparently the solution is to take the liquid nitrogen canister, put it on the airlock. And then you go here and shoot it with the slug gun. Now here's my thing. What the fuck? How... Like, I get it's in a canister, so maybe eventually I would think, oh, it's explosive. But when I think liquid nitrogen, I don't think blowy-uppy. I think, oh, I want to freeze something. My god. No, you dumbass, just... I swear to God. Okay. I guess that's how stuff... Oh my god. Where the hell are we? Oh, we're there. I'm like, where the fuck? Okay. Plastic sheeting. Protective plastic sheeting spans many of the operating bays, not for modesty purpose, but to limit the splatter of range. Oh my god. Strapped down hybrid. A frighteningly thin creature courtesy of Kane Corporation. Machinery. Some machinery has been shut off and tucked out of the way. Strapped down hybrid. It's moving but seems to be unaware of its surroundings, or it could simply have accepted its fate. Machinery. The machine attached to the drip is on and configurably, although it is far from ready to use. Withered hybrid. Both bodies barely show signs of life. Tiny hybrid. It is tiny, clinging onto life by only the finest thread. It is not a pleasant sight to watch something so small on the fine line between life and death. Bone mending glue. Okay. Emancipated starving organism. This body has wasted away to little more than sinew. I'm sorry. Healthy organism. The creature strains at its binding, seemingly healthy, though judging by the fury in its eyes, it's far from pleased. Conjoined hybrid fused at the spine. It appears immobile, but its heads frequently scan the room. That's disturbing. PDA. Hybrid. He has fallen from the operating table only to crawl around in aimless pregenination. No doubt delirious. Let's read the PDA. I still don't get how we were supposed to expect it to understand, oh yeah, we're gonna freeze the metal so it explodes. I'm still mad about that. Dr. Charlotte M. Williams. Will you guys stop screaming? God. January 18th. Oh, Francis, I still lie awake at night thinking of you. You haunt my dreams, my nightmares, and my fantasies. We found love, dear, even when we worked in Kane's Sydney lab, creating viral strains that could turn a human inside out. We loved and made love. Ours was a match made in heaven. We worked on only the most exciting viruses and pathogens. Our work together was a Mozart requiem, a piece of perfection. My work now is a pale imitation of what it was. Oh, Francis. How long ago was it now? It must be 10 years, but it feels like only yesterday. You were too sick to transfer to the Groomlink when I did. You died just as I took up my post. Don't fret my angel. I've begun concocting a way of bringing you back to life. I've always called you my little Frankenstein. Do you remember? Shredding the boundary between life and death was always our ultimate goal. Well, now, with Project Seed entering its second phase, my plans can finally be put into practice. March 20th. The laboratories are off limits between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m., so that's when I work. Naturally, I prepare all of the calculations machinery settings in my quarters. I keep the subjects under a false name in one of the pods. So far, not even Dr. Milan knows what I'm doing. Each major laboratory operation I perform takes no more than an hour, and I always erase the machine records at the end of each one. I'm using your DNA, my darling. With the enhanced regenerative abilities of the genetic material we've already synthesized for Seed, you will be reborn, but you will be impervious to physical degeneration, immune to sickness and pain. I have done what you would have wanted and made you perfect. And when you step healthy, unblemished, and reconstituted from your glass womb, you'll never leave me again. Girl, it won't be him, though. May 23rd. Things have felt strange lately. My work continues, but I swear, darling Francis, I can feel you watching me. I'm trying to work longer hours to complete the new and reborn you, but it's not easy. Marvin has already had a look at some of my work, I'm sure, as if he'd have a concept of what I'm trying to achieve anyway. July 30th. I still wonder, my darling, why you cursed me as you died. You know it was an accident. I know you remember that. It wasn't murder. I've never committed a murder. Not even when we tested that pathogen on those troublesome neighbors. It was an experiment. How were we to know they choked to death on their own errors? I suppose death was a possibility, but that's science. I fear for your continued life, but I'm afraid Milan knows. Who else knows? Have they contaminated you? I will run extra tests to make sure your code is not flawed or altered in any way. I'm anxious. I've started scratching my arms badly. At this rate, I may end up looking like a leprous toad. Backman. December 29th. Oh, my dearest Francis, I have failed you. Milan knows. He confronted me about it directly. He wants me to make you just like them. I cannot have you crawling on all fours like some dog in the street. The very idea offends me. I will protect you with my life. You will be reborn. I swear this on my life. Terminal? Birth reports. Subject 82509, Lana. Subject 82509, Lana. Subject's host, Tara McCormick. First Lieutenant, Marine Liaison. Subject operations. Rambunctious subject appears to have inherited her mother's powerful physical build and latent aggression. Lana has the markings of an excellent alpha female candidate. Recommendation: move Lana to a group cell, as isolation appears to promote irritability. Subject 82517, Daryl. Subject 82517, Daryl. Subject's host, Willow Brody. Nurse, medical deck. Subject observations. Quiet but intelligent. Attempted to pick the lock on his cell yesterday, but failed to escape. Excellent puzzle-solving skills, and while not especially aggressive, has a strong build. A thinker, clearly. Will you guys shut up? God. Subject 82522, Frederick. Subject 82522, Frederick. Subject host, Murray Maxwell, non-crew member, carrier for Phobos. Subject observation. Subject shows little of the mother's solid frame, but is a superb hunter. Stalks and learns tactics by observing the others. Appears to be developing a strong tactical mind. Ooh. Subject 82599, Nay. Subject 82599, Nay. Subject's host, Ellen Marichek, space tourist. I don't think this is good. Subject observations. One to watch. Cunning, extraordinarily fast, and dangerous. Appears to prefer isolations as attempted pairings result in fatalities. Takes an alpha role easily. Dominates the other Novi. A definite candidate for Lana's mate. Okay, well, I'm just gonna leave. I wonder what fucked up thing we're gonna see in here. Plastic surgical curtains. There's certain marks of the beginning of a private surgical bay, although close inspections reveals nothing of great interest. Glass wall. That observation wall is stained top to bottom with an unpleasant array of sticky, dried substances. Mainframe computer. The computer hums with activity, processing petabytes of essential body data. Surprisingly antiquated considering the surroundings, but appearances can be deceiving. Mainframe computer. Storage drives. The freestanding data hub made for pharmaceutical companies. Coolant pipes. When this data needs processing, overheating is common. These machines must use a nitrogen-based coolant to keep the computer systems running smoothly. Coolant pipes. When this much data needs processing... Terminals. What will require such intense monitoring from this high technical rig? An array of computer screens hangs above. A complex user rig is dormant and waiting a trained medical technician. Monitors. The monitors are dark, only to be awakened when it's time for an operation. Life support machinery. This machine charts the heartbeat of the wretch strapped on the table. Its pulse seems steady. Life support machinery. PDA. Surgical laser. A new remotely operated surgical model and utterly lethal in the wrong hands. It could split steel just as easy as it does flesh. Open power cell housing. The mechanical utility housing awaits a replacement power cell. Strapped down creature. The creature squirms in the medical restraints. Great black eyes and a sunken gray face glare with malice.
Don't go any further. I'm warning you now.
How could you do this?
I do with my children as I see fit.
It's barbaric.
Spare me the pity of the righteous. Your daughter owes her life to me.
What do you know about Rebecca?
ARG was good on this ship, Mr. Manichek. Cancer, HIV, Ebola. I eliminated them all. Her life is mine to do as I choose. Oh yes, I know about everything, Johnny boy.
Oh damn.
I know about your daughter and all about your wife. You are accountable.
Jan, his signal, John. You need to hurry. We're close.
PDA. On Dr. G. Milan, January 1st. The new year begins, the wheel turns, and the Grimlight continues to lead the vanguard of scientific discovery for all humankind. Yet I feel dissatisfied. Even as the peons who work under me celebrate the new year, I wonder, why? Why would you celebrate such an asinine concept as an outdated Gregorian calendar on a ship that's currently swimming through the depths of space? The reason is clear, comfort. They fear the unknown, the alien, the impossible. I do not. I embrace the unforgiving cosmos with open arms. The problem with the research we do is the humans doing it. Constrained as they are by conscience, remorse, and sometimes even fear, we try to grasp the infinite and give it a framework that ill-fits its cosmic splendor. This is my 10th year as a special projects director for King Corporation. Oh my god. Despite my discoveries and quest for knowledge, I'm held back at every turn by paperwork, moralizing scientists and that group of degenerate toadies that I sit on the board with. If I were rid of them, then my word would be God. My word, not the word of a corporation. Still, they have their uses. The research is funded by Kane, and the Grim Lake is kept running by the money and personnel they provide. But the time will come when all this changes. You mark my words. March 19th. I'm inundated with emails from all departments about inconsistencies with storage and contaminated samples. The grand masquerade is sometimes more tedious than it's actually worth. Worst of all is Dr. Wei, and that technician, Miss Callister, is it? I normally make short work of such troublemakers, but it hardly seems worthwhile. Troublemakers must be allowed to make trouble, because if they disappear, that legitimizes their claims, and somebody will always take up the fallen Crusader's torch. Dr. Batman's tendencies are becoming harder to restrain. I'm well aware of his shortcomings. The old man is as brilliant as he is deranged, yet manages to go about his work with a sociopathic glee. He's useful to have around. He has requested more bodies for seed, specifically more women who are recently pregnant. That is problematic, as we have very few such women on board, and imports are not easy to come by. We may have to play this one under the radar. May 20th. That fool Dr. Gray complained yet again about his beloved insects becoming more aggressive as a result of the power outages. So what? Let them spill out onto the decks as far as I'm concerned. The importance of seed outranks the hydroponics project by 1,000 to 1. I do like playing chess with Dr. Gray, of course. I win every time. A little fact, he's unlikely to tell anyone. Although he does seem quite happy to contact anyone who's interested with the opinion that he be the next best candidate for my job. Sebastian, you could not handle what I do. If you believe otherwise, then you're as great a fool as I imagine you to be. When the day that I foresee comes, your rotting corpse will be under my feet and I will laugh. July 4th. Dr. Williams is still under the delusion that I don't know about her personal research. Officially, it's illegal for staff to conduct their own research, but this is interesting. Recreating her dead lover in the form of a hybrid. How fascinating. If it works, I'll make use of it. If it doesn't, then it'll burn with the rest of the rejects. The woman is obsessed, and I know that DeSantos is playing no small part in feeding her delusions. I know her secret research won't cause me any problems, or I would never have allowed her on the Project Seed. October 23rd. So it seems contaminated waste from the corpse disposal overspill is contaminating the ship. It's causing fungal growth, so my various drones tell me. The fungus is a riveting proposition, though. While I'm angry at Dr. Beckman for terminating more subjects than strictly necessary, these unintended side effects are fascinating. I intimated as much to Dr. Gray, and of course stroked his ego with hints at promotion and glory. He'll keep the fungus alive. The engineers want it destroyed, but I'm sure we can delay that. This experiment is becoming more engaging by the day, and I haven't even have to lift a finger. So while they clog up my inbox and demands and Rome burns, I plan to play the violin. We're more than secure here anyway, and this is a certain inevitability about it. I must record the daily developments as the experiment grows. November 30th. It is as I foresaw. Panic, destruction, and mayhem, and yet Seed continues apace. Once the fervor and the flame dies down, we'll sweep the decks of detritus and repurpose all of it for my beautiful hybrid creations. No more growing plants for the good of mankind. God is no longer in the machine, my friends. I am God. Oh gosh. December 25th. My beautiful children have excelled themselves. They kill, they learn, they adapt. A primal species without any of the trappings of morality. It's their time now. They almost came to be once many years ago, but were snuffed out by humanity. Afraid of its natural successors, this systematic extermination was given a name, the Eugenics Wards. The public knew it was a corporate warfare. In truth, it was a coordinated genocide. Humanity wasn't ready for Professor Giroud's astounding discovery and sought to destroy it. His work was not perfect, of course. That's where I came in. I spent most of my life as part of Kane, trying to access Professor Giroud's original work. Old Man Kane pushed me to the top because we shared an ideal, the utilization of science for the perfection of humanity. Where we differed were the methods by which this was to be achieved. Not that he had much more to say after I held that pillow to his face as he lay in his hospital bed, all for a higher purpose. Creations of our species from raw subjects will become impossible now that the crew are dead, dying, or unclean. But that's hardly an issue. Any subjects who were flawed or imperfect have been turned into the fertilizer that will nurture the perfections of the surviving race. Now the challenge is moving the Groom Lake out of range of any other ships. No one can be allowed to escape the ship alive. Any good, strong survivors will become members of the new race. I am their creator. I control. I transcend. February 2nd. DeSantos, I'm so very disappointed in you. A distress signal? I thought we were in one mind here in Seed. I'll castrate and destroy you for this betrayal. Your flawed body is hardly worthy of becoming one of my children. But for now, I must turn off that accursed signal. You cannot hide from me, Marvin. You drug-peddling little fuck. Goddamn. PDA! Robert Lincoln, July 23rd. Whew. I've been reassigned to investigate the disappearance and murder of 2 scientists in the employ of Dr. Milan. A strange matter to be sure. I've been observing the movements of some of these eggheads, and I can't say I'm too impressed. Doesn't anybody around here record their comings or goings, or make any notes? There's no traditional organization in the department whatsoever. Project Seed answers to nobody, and this I know, but I thought these scientific types always made notes. Not that I care about admin, but I very much care about finding out who's selling weapons-grade secrets. Industrial secrets are a matter of life and death, especially death in this case. My investigation will be thorough, and no stone will be left unturned. The staff here are all strange, and in fact, I'd say lots of them are even crazy, but I couldn't care less about that. I just want names and answers. August 8th. I got this job because I get things done, not because of my warm and caring personality. At the moment, people are taking umbrage to my investigation, but security is a constant and essential part of shipboard life, especially when we're talking about industrial espionage. I'm not sure where the 2 missing scientists are, but it seems, based on the modified records I found, that they were killed and ejected into space. Any other man would assume that these 2 were the criminals, but I don't buy that. As far as suspects go, I've ruled out Charlotte Williams and Marvin DeSantos. Charlotte because she doesn't know where she is half of the time, and DeSantos because he's just a smirking shit for brains. I'm confident that he's involved in drug dealing, and I give him this. He is cautious and acts like a real ladies' man, but I know the truth. I've seen him rejected repeatedly at the bar. God damn. September 3rd. Since July, I've had to operate under the pretense that I'm an assistant. It's lucky that in my career I have some emergency room experience. The only other person who knows about my true purpose here is Dr. Milan. He's been encouraging. He constantly supplies me with information that I require for my investigation, and at times it is a little overly helpful. Still, he seems honest enough. For the record, I'm well aware of the kind of man Dr. Milan is. I've seen his experiments with my own eyes. I've seen what happens when the bodies are disposed of, and the burning fires of the furnaces. But he does what's required to justify the means. There are a few men in this world who will do what has to be done. For that, I admire him. He told me to watch over Dr. Williams' experiments. It seems they're unofficial, and although I prepared a report to Kane to have her removed from her position, Dr. Milan immediately overrode my request. I respect him, but to be honest, I don't like having my authority overruled. November 12th. Backman, of all people, was sniffing around today. It seems the old psychopath suddenly became curious. I asked Dr. Milan for further instructions, and he told me to incapacitate the old man. This I did. A shame I had to break the old guy's kneecaps. Honestly, I was hoping to slit his throat, but Dr. Milan insisted that he remain alive and in pain, but unable to move. I'm revising my earlier opinion of that DeSantos character. I still think he's a pathetic little shit, but I now believe he was partly responsible for some of the stolen information. He strikes me as an amateur put up to this by an outside agent. I'll deal with DeSantos soon, but first I've got to monitor his movements. Make one move, pal, and I'll have you. December 17th. Dr. Milan has earmarked me for one of his experiments. I know this because when I attempted to leave the ship to report to King Corp, I discovered that my access was restricted and blocked. I came back to my quarters and found Milan waiting there. He was waiting with two of those hellish critters that he's created. I'm not squeamish, but those things make me nauseous. I'm currently awaiting what he calls processing. I suppose at this stage I should make peace with God. I've killed many men in my life, and I'll never say that I feel remorse for it. And I won't give Dr. Milan the satisfaction of hearing me pray for mercy. My last notes on this affair are Dr. Milan himself is at the heart of the events on board this ship. I was blind to it. I refused to believe that he was capable of creating such devastation. I always thought that scientists liked control, but Milan breaks all the rules as far as science is concerned. The leaking information, the fungal growth, the missing scientist, I'm beginning to suspect he even knew that Dos Santos was actually selling intelligence, and may have fed him the information to sell. To what end? I don't know. I suspect it was because Dos Santos kept Bachman drugged to the eyeballs with whatever powerful stimulants he happened to have, so Bachman could continue his work. I can hear the machines being turned on. I welcome my fate. At least I know that I did my job for Kane Corporation.
Maybe if it... No, that won't work.
So what do we have? We have the data tag, twisted metal, a gun, bone mending glue.
I don't think this will fit.
Trying to think. Okay. That's what we're supposed to do. Okay. There we go.
That's just crazy. Although... no, crazy.
Actually, that one's probably not turned on. That one's not turned on. Is there a power thing up here? Because if there is, I don't remember seeing it. Fluid drainage. The room design wisely included fluid drainage. The twin valve fluid drainage system is a smart piece of design, keeping the two fluids separate. Okay, never mind, I'm dumb.
I can't see it working like that.
What do you mean? We have the thing, power cell housing lock imprint.
No, that's That's ridiculous.
What the fuck do you mean? We have the lock imprint. We can do it now. Oh my god. Really? Oh my god.
In subject termination and or equipment failure.
Link has experienced an electrical failure in the nuclear fusion fission hybrid engine.
Go to sleep. My baby. Don't worry.
Deceased woman. She's been saved from her misery. These guys still alive? Yeah, they are. Her chest no longer rises and falls with breath. Expired in her sleep. If only the look on her face were more grateful. Yeah, there's nothing. Okay. A strange black glow from the birthing table drains way onto the floor. So I remember... we need at least 3 of these power cells. What will it do? No idea.
This power cell will result in power interruptions in areas adjacent to this node.
Can I put this poor thing out of its misery?
I think that'll just break it.
Fine then. Fine then. I'll just break it. Fine, fine. Are we sure I want to do this? Okay. Eviscerated creature. The smell of freshly spilled blood and guts fills the air. The creature has been cut raggedly in half. There we go. Yay! Please don't activate when I'm going through. Also that...
Warning. The environmental control and life support system has been compromised. Please report to the visitor center for further instructions.
Shattered glass. Melted pieces of glass lay among the other splintered remains. Shattered glass. Delicate white veins spread across from the holes in the glass. Okay. Okay, all we can do is leave, apparently.
Abnormal neural activity detected.
Mask zone. Warning signage. Sinister signs displayed among the walls. Animal testing. Gas mask zone. Ooh. Heavy duty decontamination door. I'm gonna say that we can't head that way. What? Did it say Dr. Milan? Dr. Milan. Plastic tube. You can imagine people being farmed through this like cattle. It's not a pleasant picture. Warning signage. Sinister signs displayed along the walls. Animal testing gas mask zone. Sinister signs. Animal testing gas mask zone. Let's head this way first. Oh my god. Dead hybrid in cage. The creature stares vacantly into the dark, a victim of its own existence. Dead hybrid in cage. More corpses for the incinerator. Dead hybrid in cage. Does heaven have a place for a creature that was created in hell? A prison for these poor beings, but more like a disposal area. Prison disposal area. It's a distended limb drops quickly to the ground. Empty cage. It's reinforced stainless steel cage, but only a few square feet, barely large enough for a small animal. The stench is thoroughly vile, a rotten mishmash of smells that range in a pestilent blah blah blah. Did hibernate in cage. The creature reeks as if it has been dead for some time. The creatures contained here are malnourished, desiccated husks. I don't think there's anything for me to do here. Okay, let's go here then. Oh my god. Are those actual, like, let's see. Dead bodies. These creatures frozen in fear as gas crept insidiously through the vents, now lie still, twisted in agony. What was that? Gas pipes. This chamber was constructed with the express purpose of filling it with containable noxious gas. Swinging light. The lights illuminate it, desiccated corpses and agony clenched fists like into sharp arc like relief. Scratches. The walls have been scoured with scratches. Broken fingernails are evidence of a desperate escape attempt. A mass of creatures, human and hybrid, huddled together in their final goodbyes. Some fought for a way out and held each other near as the gas pooled in. Scratches. Deep gouges are cut into the wall. You can picture the poor souls clawing at the wall and screaming with what remains of their humanity. This is not science, but murder. Agreed. Can we blast it? Blast the door?
I can't see it working like that.
Fine then.
This isn't gonna work. I can try to make it fit.
There has to be more to do here. I'm just missing something.
Restaurants on levels 2 and 3 are now closed.
Did he cut off one of our arms? No, never mind. It's just our arm is bloody. I was like, wait a minute. Swear to God, my dude. Dr. Milan. Dr. Mulan. You can't go the distance. This is insane.
I know why you're here.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Bullshit!
Listen, Milan.
Dr. Milan.
Let's discuss this rationally.
Enough! I'll see you soon, Sensei. Give my regards to everyone. Mr. Maracek, you sneaky bastard. Not to worry, I can speed up this little family reunion.
What have you done with Rebecca?
She's right, yeah.
Rebecca!
You took away my life's work, Mr. Maracek. Now let me return the favor. Cage 7 open. Enjoy the show. I'm off to deal with Judas. I will detect the very faulty.
Rebecca, no! Rebecca, run! Kill me! Take me! Rebecca! Rebecca, no! Rebecca, run! Kill me! Take me! Rebecca! Rebecca! Rebecca!
Door, a surgical observation. Super happy. A surgical observation room provide an excellent view of any procedures being performed below. A leather chair, stressed in cracked leather, shows the age of Dr. Milan's chair. Wooden writing desk. A familiar smell of wood polish creeps through the air from the wooden writing desk. Recycled drain. An organic soup is congealed around the edge of the recycling drain. Data print of John. It's running through the PTs as is ink. Computer racks. Large metal door are locked into place. Gas pipes. Filled with the hiss of gas and bubbling of liquids, the pipes penetrate like thick tree roots in the computer systems below. IV tubing. These transparent tubes are used to pump liquids directly into the body. Really? The plastic sheeting below you is splattered with vile fluids. DNA scanner? Here's what I'm guessing is the twist. That was a clone of Rebecca, not the real one. Or the game actually went that effed up and... How strong is this dude? This once comforting toy fur tufts are now stained with fresh blood.
John, I understand you're emotional. Still get Ellen. We can save her.
Children's bed. The pink bedspread is splattered with blood. Here's the question though. Where the hell did the hybrid go? I'm guessing.
You need to put your daughter's DNA into the scanner.
I'm living in a nightmare. I can't do this. I just can't do this.
You don't have a choice. Milan is a monster. We need to find Ellen. You need to put Rebecca's blood into the scanner. Now!
Complete.
Scanning. Can you get out of there?
Disposed of biological material for processing at Recycling Station 0314.
I'm gonna quickly save. Let's save down here.
Sleep now, my angel.
It's okay, she was a clone. That's my headcanon. Drainage pipes. Oh.
John? Huh? Are you there?
Yes.
I found her. Your wife is in the military then. I'm on my way there.
Drainage pipes. The occasional guttural gurgling echoes deep down in the drainage pipe. A foul solution spews from the open pipe. A faint smell of acrid smoke spews from the drainage vent. Signage B114. Dead body in hazmat suit. PDA. Acid. A caustic cesspit swirls around the tank, occasionally burping a sulfuric stench into the air. Remains in acid. Biologic tissue is burnt beyond recognition. The dead and organic matter cooked together in a caustic soup. What was once living tissue is now disposed of in the most inefficient manner. The floating white meat is plump and bloated, while also blistering an acidic concoction. Acid. The controlled stream of corrosive liquid spills from the siphon. Pumping equipment. The technical apparatus used to pump and regulate the flow of chemicals in the processing of the recycling plant. The facility is known as B14, which means there could be at least another 13 rooms just like this one. Airlock. The exit to the organic recycling facility is just out of reach. Terminal. The locked exit to the organic recycling facility is just out of reach. Pumping equipment. The technical apparatus used to pump and regulate the flow of chemicals in this processing and recycling plant. Okay. Dead body and hazmat suit? Hazmat glove. Okay. Dwayne H. Jones, Drainage Service Technician, Level 3. Log 1-988, deleted and or damage. Abandonment, no feeling like it. Betrayal, there's another one that cuts deep. To be betrayed and abandoned by your own family, well fuck, what can I say? It's been 10 years since Maggie put my name into the Progressive Assisted Selected Suicide Lottery for $10,000 cash from the government. No questions asked. They said it was a fantastic deal. All that cash and only a super slim chance that my name would be selected. The state wins in the long run, with one less welfare case, and my family gets a cash bonus. Did I have a say in this? No. So April 15th rolls along, and bam, just my luck. My name is picked along with a few thousand other unlucky bastards. I did the only thing I could, the only thing I've ever really done. I ran. I joined Kane Corporation and headed as far away from my blood-sucking wife as possible. I've worked my way up the ranks. Level 3 gets me limited seat access, which means I clean up some weird and disgusting shit, but at least nobody talks to me or asks questions, so that suits me just fine. Who cares? At least I'm alive and kicking. Master of my own destiny. Keeping that in mind, I've been stuck in this room for a few days now, and only the dead is company. Nobody is looking for me, but at least the bodies have stopped falling into the acid vats. That green goo is my way out to a better place. A sip of that shit and I'll be assisting my own goddamn suicide. To anybody reading these, please pass this message to my wife. Fuck you, Maggie. Okay, will do. So, this just feels right.
Okay, I'm in the military wing. It's dark. No lights.
Keep your head down and stay away from the walls. And listen, you'll hear him before you see him.
Yes, okay. Okay.
I need to save, because there's another gruesome death we need to do to ourselves. So, if you excuse me. I have no mouth, but I must scream. Oh, we drank it. Damn. Oh my god. It's terrible. Boop. Load. Oh, wait a minute. Metal grating. Tough metal bars from a secure barrier. What lies beyond? I didn't see that before. I feel really bad for this guy. His wife was terrible to him. Melted hazmat glove. Oh, we can climb up here?
Too close. That was too goddamn close.
Calm yourself. Panic and you won't make it. Focus. Breathe.
Oh my god.
Shit, Tia. Come in.
I can hear you. I made it. I'm in a storage locker. I don't think they saw me. I'll contact you when I'm clear.
I'll be waiting.
Warning. Oxygen processor has experienced a critical failure. Report to the visitor center for immediate evacuation.
Okay, will do. In a bit. Corpse. Thomas White, morale officer. Personal data tag 59083. Personal security level 0. Alexander Bokach, civilian. Personal data tag 59417. Security level 0. Power distribution box. This electrical node facilitates power distribution through this region of the Groom Lake. Okay. Corpse. Nuno Andrade, waiter. Personal data tag 58537. Security level 0. Corpse. Thomas Azraka, cleaner. Personal data tag 27893. Security level 0. Human remains. The foul-smelling mountain of flesh crawls with several post-mortem insects. Human remains. A grisly pile of meat. Corpse. AJ Schrager, provisional crewman. Personal data tag 934433. GNS. Security level 0. Prosthetic arm. Radical advancement in artificial technologies have resulted in bionic arms and hands that are indistinguishable from real limbs. This prosthetic arm is made from a synthetic steel and carbon fiber composite. Let's grab it. Corpse. Ellen Hole, civilian. Personal data tag 60631. Security level 0. Human remains. A macabre mess of body parts. Corpse. Nicholas Vandemil Cauchy? I don't know. Personal data tag 58921. Security level 0. Okay, it's time for another achievement time. Another gruesome achievement time. Use this on this. Fried! Oh my word. Who could have guessed that would happen? It's not like I looked up all the achievements, all the missable achievements. It's not like I've started doing that, so I don't miss achievements. You'd be crazy if you thought that.
I can't see it working like that.
Okay, damn.
I'm in the limb regeneration lab. There are arms, legs.
One step at a time. How close are you to Ellen?
She's in a storage bay. 2 floors up. I'm close.
Cogs. A series of interlocking teeth are wrapped around the mechanical wheels. So, can I use this to...
That's just crazy.
Well, I need to stop it somehow. The electrical node... blah, blah, blah. Is there something to grab or do? Can't exit. Or do I just run through? Oh my god. Fallen hybrid. The child-sized carcass appears soft and deflated. Brittle bones protrude, piercing the translucent skin at odd angles. Foot stomp a hybrid. Okay.
I'm in the cargo bay. I'm close. 5 yards. 4, 3. Got her.
What? What is it? Is she okay?
Yes. Yes. Sorry, John. She's fine. Still in stasis. I'm going to have to find a way to move her to the hangar.
Please be careful. Keep her under. The last time I woke someone up.
Yeah, why did you do that again? Fallen hybrid, blah blah blah. Skin at odd angles. Okay. Let's go. Well, that's just great.
Almost at the hangar. John, I need to explain the situation.
Well, Miss Hensley. And it looks like you brought our friend along.
Milan! Tia!
Okay, wires. The coolant pipes for the refrigerators are active and in good condition. That is good. Refrigerator, an industrial refrigerator for the storing objects requiring a low temperature. Terminal. The terminal is dusty but murmurs with power. Okay. Power pad. High voltage wireless power pad provides a portable energy source for engineers and mechanics. Computer terminal for use by the supervising engineer for the collection and indexing of cargo. Corpse. Didn't make it out, did you, buddy? Let's see what you had to say in your final moments. Jared Winslow, February 6th. I try real hard not to think any less of Scotty, but I swear the boy ain't got a caring bone in his body. Plus, I bet he doesn't know what any of those big words he uses means. He's always hinting that where back home we can be partners in business. I got myself a job on a damn spaceship. Does he reckon I need any help getting a job? March 15th. Back before the rapid transport system was running through the Groom Lake, folks used to get around in these really slow transport pods. I found one, tucked behind a pile of storage crates. I've been working on it maybe for a month now. I reckon I can get it working. Ooh. April 1st. Scotty played an April Fool's joke on me. Dumped some water on me while I was working on the pod. I accidentally cut him real bad with a wrench. Anyways, I'm gonna play a little joke on him and set his favorite book on fire. But not today. Sometime when he won't expect it. June 5th. Pod's coming along great. A couple more months and maybe I can test it out. My kid brother Judd would be so proud. He used to help me work on cars all the time. One time we was fixing the brakes on this old clunker when one of the jacks broke. I know he's in a better place now, but I still feel bad. I pray about it every day, and I know that God knows that I didn't mean to do it. I promised him that I'm trying to not be so angry anymore. August 22nd, all finished. Had to get some parts printed with the nanite machine, but I'm sure Stefan didn't mind much. Can't wait to try it out. September 23. Scotty says the pod won't work and that I'll get into trouble for it. Who the hell does he think he is? I made sure it would work. I ain't stupid. It's getting real hard to breathe and just pray about stuff. People like Scotty, God lets them live for some reason or other. October 24th. Albert noticed some strange mushroom stuff growing all over engineering today. Guess we're gonna have to get cleaning. October 30th. Good news and bad news. We had to scrub like a mama on laundry day, so the gunk is just about gone. Bad news is it's all over the damn place. Scotty has been really nice since I burned that book of his. Oh god. November 20th. Scotty's nicer every day. The Bible said he'd change if I was nice to him, and look what happened. A little bit of bread goes a long way in the house of God. December 19th. Damn, this ain't good. The ship's on level 7 lockdown. Looks like we're gonna get real familiar with the one another down here. December 23rd. Folks must have gotten hungry. Screams are echoing everywhere. Scotty and me are gonna lock down engineering, shut down the baskets and close the umbilical bridge. Keep them away from the twins? December 25th. It's Judd all over. I swear I didn't mean to. I couldn't get Scotty to shut it and stop making a ruckus. I just wanted to shut him up. I swear I didn't push too hard, but for God's sake, he was being so damn loud. It just gets to where a guy can't take it no more. He thought he was better than me all along. Well, he's dead now. He's staring at me. Gotta tuck him away somewhere. December 27th. I hear him. He's been laughing, crying, cracking jokes. He won't stop. I can't get him to stop. Folks, I can say I can fix just about anything with a screwdriver. Already fixed Scotty. Already fixed Judd. God wants us to fix folks up when they're broken. Can I fix me? Ooh, you were not in the right state of mind in any sense of the word. Pod terminal. Test database. Database incomplete. Maintenance pod control. March 1st. Test message. Test message. Attempting to fix the pod terminal. Test message. I think I got it working. Short work. Backspace don't work. Still can't do much but make entries. March 14th. Test message. On open. How do I get the access to the outer functions? April 5th. System notification failed to complete transmission. Path, fuck you, you ain't a goddamn radio, is invalid or recipient is currently offline. May 12th, data place incomplete. June 23 update. Terminal now recognizes the pod. Pod door hydraulics can be accessed but not opened. August 22nd. Wait, did I read this one? Yes. Pod functional. The pod is ready to roll. Terminal works well enough, but cannot erase test posts.
Oh, you're coming.
Okay, I guess we're going in. If we die... Let's see, janitorial office, current location, disposal area, visitor center. Guess go here. Maintenance pod seat. The tan leather seat is cracked and well worn.
A heavy loader. Looks like it was sealed in during construction.
Scaffolding. Temporary platform has been left to rot in the sealed maintenance bay. Plastic sheets. The thick plastic sheets dangle forgotten among the unfinished construction project. Looks like there's a ladder over here. Power down loader. The heavy-duty loader covered in a thin layer of sparkling dust sits idle.
Gotta find another way out.
Okay, I guess there's nothing we can do here yet. Okay. Okay, disposal area, then. Oh my god.
A hive?
Sure. The entrance to the maintenance tubes are surprisingly clean. Corpse. Leon Boschart, crewman, Groom Lake Jen. Personal data 29833, security level 1. The lustrous surface is punctuated by an occasional ripple. Solidified mucus. Tiny ridges of tissue vibrate along the edge of the crusted organic matter. Creeping phlegm. The function of the thickest mucus is unknown. Oh, we can head that way.
These creatures are following their base instincts. Breeding, eating.
Soft organic growth. The porous material resembles softness and thickness of chewing gum. Corpse. Maintained iguan vessel, structural engineer. Personal data tag 2851, security level 2. E-Touch medical lab technician, C-Med. Personal data tag 4157, security level 2. Corpse. Carl answered General Command personnel, C-Med. Personal data tag 2861, security level 2. Organic growth. Heavy lump of flesh glistens. Corpse. Jeffrey Thiom, senior medical assistant, C-Med. Personal data tag 3109, security level 9. Wait, what? Security level 1. I thought it said security level 9. I'm like, what?
The tower. Maintenance and repair and solid waste disposal facility is overdue by 9,125 days.
Never seen anything as disgusting as this place.
Abstract form. An effigy has been sculpted from a slab of mucus. Its role is unknown. Hard, bony growth. Knobs of bone protrude from the surface. Hybrid. An abomination lies motionless in the puddle of putrid liquid. Loader inside growth. Loader has been engulfed in gelatinous mucus. Ew. Hybrid. This genetic anomaly grows from the wall like a cancerous tumor. Hybrid creature sits bloated, quietly moaning and groaning in discomfort. The organic surface is now one with the hybrid, reminiscent of the cloning vats. The lethargic hybrid idles painfully on the floor. I'm quickly gonna save. Scaffolding. Further evidence that these areas were under construction, sealed off from and never completed. Please don't attack. Oh, thank God. Plasma cutter. Loader inside growth. Loader distribute. This easily accessible distribution box is standard on all heavily duty. Have a power cell, this. Okay, I guess we head back, because I remember that back in the janitorial office, there's a power pad. Janitorial office, please. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Frozen body. An icy mist rises off the frozen human body. Refrigerator. And then there's PDA. Why? Why did we want an eyeball? PDA. Scott Tanaka, February 6th. Jared would make for a useful business partner, but I can't even suggest it without him erupting into a fit of rage and beginning to rant that ain't how it's done in my family. Does the man honestly expect to get anywhere without once taking help from those more intelligent than he is? February 11th. The Grim Lake has been a pleasure to be aboard thus far. Much more entertaining than being on Earth. Even my family's private island isn't this entertaining. Granted, there isn't much left to do now that all the indigenous animals have been hunted and killed. Space, however, is infinite. March 20th. I feel as though planning an April Fool's joke almost 2 weeks in advance is a little pathetic, especially when the plan consists of a single prank, pouring water on Jared. April 2nd. I poured water on him, just a little glass, and the consequence? The hulking dipwit chased me down the corridor with a wrench, slicing a reasonable portion of my forehead open. I'm now thoroughly convinced that he is deranged and will be doing some investigation. May 14th. After agreeing to transfer a sum of money, I convinced Dr. Durham to obtain Jared's medical records for me. Jared really is mentally ill. He suffers from outbursts of rage. According to one report, he murdered his brother by crushing him to death with a car. It goes on to note that Jared believes it to be the will of the Lord, capitalized just like that. How in the hell did he manage to get a position on the most important area of the ship? I'll have to stay on his good side. June 4th. I'm beginning to miss my father's mansion more with each passing day. Having maids and chefs to cater to me is how I was raised. To be responsible for cleaning up after myself and walking all the way to the mess hall for food remains a challenge. August 23rd. Sometimes I question my own sanity. I briefly criticized Jared's hobby of repairing that old transport pod, and oh, the daggered stare he gave me in return. What did I think I could possibly accomplish by talking to him about it? August 27th. Unbelievable. He burned my thesaurus. Jared marched towards me, ripped it from my hands, and set it on fire. Then he screamed, "April Fools," and sprinted away, waving the burning pages above his head. September 19th. I can't begin to say how many times I've retyped my entries. They feel not as good. There's a better word, I swear it. I would kill to get my thesaurus back. How can anyone respect me if I don't sound smart? September 28th. I give up. I ran into Dr. Garam today, and he remarked that I sound like less of a pretentious asshole. I guess I should just talk like an ordinary person from now on. Oh hey, ordinary is a pretty big word. October 30th. My arms hurt. It was hard work to get all of that fungus out of the generators. We did it though. Cleaning is not easy. I feel a sense of accomplishment. November 13th. I guess Jared isn't all bad. He apologized me today for losing his temper so often, and you know what? I apologized in return. I don't remember the last time I did that. November 15th. Holy shit, it turns out the guy had a bunch of rations tucked away. He shared them with me, even though he's almost out. If I don't starve to death here, I may have to put him in charge of Tanaka Investments charity, which doesn't exist yet. November 22nd. Rations are here. We have just enough food in the freezer to last us. We're far less hungry than the guys manning the twins. I have to say, I'm impressed. Not sure how those guys have had the energy to keep us afloat with so little to eat. Those guys are titans. December 23rd. Engineering is now on total lockdown. We have to keep whatever those things are away from the generators. I don't think that we'll ever see the light of day again. At least when I die, it'll be with the only real friend I ever had. Yeah, he murdered you. So, I don't really know about bestest friend, but okay. Visitor Center. Maybe. Just maybe with the plasma cutter. Oh right, that's what I forgot to do. We have to head back. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, everybody. And you know why. You heard me say plasma cutter and I was like, oh right, you can figure out why.
loading at this time.
If you can't, well, that's on you. First things first, I'm gonna save. Blow my brains out. Plasma over, oh my god. Oh my god. Who would have guessed this would have happened? So scurry. Okay, now we can go. How big is this ship? It must be absolutely massive. Like, just considering the ID tags, they go into like 5-6 digits. So imagine there's an ID tag number 1, and then it goes all the way to 6 digits. There's a lot of people on the ship. Loose panel. Retinal scanner. That's why we need the eyeball. Now back that ass up. What's happening? Is this a church? Ew. We meant to do that.
Welcome to the Groom Lake Visitor Center. Kane Corporation trusts that you'll enjoy your stay. Please ensure your personal data tag is updated with your medical history and is functioning correctly.
Destroy the loader. The loader has no power after unleashing the kinetic energy on the wall. Why does it look like a church? Information kiosk.
Henry Kane was born to an impoverished family in January the 26th, 2000. His mother Clara was a store clerk and his father Edmund was a veterinarian. Henry Kane was born to an impoverished family in January the 26th, 2000. His mother Clara was a store clerk and his father Edmund was a veterinarian. Henry Kane was born to an impoverished family in January the 26th, 2000. His mother Clara was a store clerk and his father Edmund was a veterinarian. Henry Kane was born to an
so they're all the same.
impoverished family in January the 26th, 2000. His mother Clara was a store clerk and his father Edmund was a veterinarian.
Groom Lake model. Exposed plastic protrudes from the partially destroyed scale model of the Groom Lake.
Launched in 2100, the tower was 6,106 feet long. This massive nuclear fusion-powered ship was used extensively as a planetary mining platform. 15 years of atmospheric exposure resulted in a weakened hull and her decommissioning. tower is 6,106 feet long. This massive nuclear fusion-powered ship was used extensively as a planetary mining platform. 15 years of atmospheric exposure resulted in a weakened hull and her decommissioning.
The aft section of the model has suffered less damage, but still reveals hairline cracks throughout, and like the real Grom Lake, it will soon collapse under its own weight.
In 2116, Kane Corporation recruited a vessel from its mining fleet to be repurposed as a laboratory. Kane Mining Limited was founded in 2050. Henry Kane was appointed to exercise control over East Asian Pacific debt repayment through mining asset acquisition. This poster depicts a 95-year-old Henry Kane in the prime of his life. Did you know? Kane Mining Limited was rebranded as Kane Corporation in June 2019.
Okay.
The tower was rechristened Lagoon Lake in 2120 when she left dry dock and began her journey towards the outer planets. Charles Clark Kane has proudly taken over the reins from his father and continues his family's legacy. In 2077, a mile below the surface, Camp 571 in Japan produced a treasure trove of medical research documentation. In 2077, a mile below the surface, Camp 571 in Japan produced a treasure trove of medical research documentation. In 2077, a mile below the surface, Camp 571 in Japan produced a treasure trove of medical research documentation. Did you know? Henry Kane served in the military and was a decorated naval aviator. A replica of a statue of remembrance that stands in Washington, D.C. The rapid advancement of medical research and its auxiliary studies culminated in the perfection of genetic manipulation. Popularized by the media as a medical Cold War, the eugenics age far exceeded selective breeding. In 2049, a worldwide ban was placed on unapproved genetic modification. The rapid advancement of medical research and its auxiliary studies culminated in the perfection of genetic manipulation. Popularized by the media as a medical Cold War, the eugenics age far exceeded selective breeding. In 2049, a worldwide ban was placed on unapproved genetic modification.
Okay. Destroyed lifeboat. The partially destroyed craft is now useless. Destroyed lifeboat. Wait, crane? A disused crane suspends its heavy hook. It now serves no function. Clinking yellow chevrons once offered a careful warning. Destroyed lifeboat. Large gases from falling debris have made the lifeboat inoperable. Destroyed lifeboat. The death trap lies silently in its bay. Crane. A large heading made of chain sways silently, increasing the breeze. Run, boy! Run, child, run! The shattered safety glass won't hold up to the rigors of space. The lowering mechanism appears to be damaged or dysfunctional. Crane. The Devitt sits patiently. Lifeboat. Ruptured fuel lines dribble flammable and toxic fluids, rendering this lifeboat unsafe and definitely unusable. Lifeboat. This lifeboat has unfortunately been trashed. By who, though? Structural beams. The bowed metal buttresses support the weighted ceiling. Pipes. A large hollow pipe bend and turn, shaking towards their destination. Why in every, like, space horror game I play, there's always, like, an evil church that's a part of it? Airlock.
Without a family, man, alone in the world, trembles with the cold.
Airlock. The gilded airlock forms an airtight oxygen barrier. Okay. There's nothing else to do, so let's go.
Blood! Murderer!
You really are a roach, Mr. Maracek.
John, shoot him. Kill him now.
I may have pulled the trigger, so to speak, but you and Miss Hensley loaded the gun.
Don't try to worm your way out of this, you goddamn monster.
Monster? By whose standards do you call me a monster? The morals of men don't apply to gods.
Bang. Death. Ooh. I tried. I really did. I thought that would work. That wasn't even on purpose that time. I wasn't even trying to purposely get an achievement. I was like, oh, I have a plasma gun, and we're on the, we're on top of the power pad, so this is obviously what I must do. Well, apparently not. Come on.
Blood! Murderer!
You really are a roach, Mr. Maracek.
John, shoot him. Kill him now.
I may have pulled the trigger, so to speak, but you and Miss Hensley loaded the gun.
Don't try to worm your way out of this, you goddamn monster.
Monster? By whose standards do you call me a monster? The morals of men don't apply to gods.
Okay, what if I shoot this?
Here, grab hold of something! Fucking
Protocols activated. Security lockdown initiated.
Quantum storage device damaged and door missing. Fracture of femur detected. Scapula damaged. Seek immediate medical attention.
Alan, did you... Have we got her?
I do. She's here.
It's over. It's all over. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over.
I'm sorry, it wasn't supposed to end like this. Waking you was a mistake, John. But I'm happy to have met you.
I don't understand. Tyr, what do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean?
You woke me. Answer me!
We needed a way to transport the research off the Groom Lake. And your wife's bone marrow was a perfect storage device.
Research? This is about fucking research?
Yes! It's about research. Worth billions, John. Billions.
So you caused all of this? You let those things loose?
No, I'm not that sloppy. The idiots we sent to get your wife's body turned off all the containment protocols. We lost Ellen in all the chaos. That pussy Yuri was on his way to you when Milan got involved.
On his way to get my DNA.
It was the only way to locate the data carrier in this shitfest. Old man Kane will be rolling in his grave when I sell his secrets.
You're just like Milan.
Is that what you think? John, do you love your wife? Well, I loved my husband, and Kane's security forces murdered him during a protest. Kane Corporation took everything from me, and now I will burn them to the ground.
You don't have to do this. You don't.
Two stasis pods, hon. It was never gonna happen.
Selenographic coordinates confirmed. Autopilot has been engaged. Time to departure. 15 minutes.
Oh my god. Machine parts? Oh my god, what am I supposed to do? Fastest Roman records scrap metal. Tia's ship. Ellen lies motionless.
You never had any intention of helping me. You used me. You used my family.
It's not personal.
Not personal. You bitch.
Guilty.
Oh, right, and they're programmed.
Tia. Fuck you.
This vessel has been cleared for departure.
Tia. The bullet-riddled corpse still lies in a pool of fresh blood. Isn't our femur broken? How are we walking? Destroyed stasis pod. Ellen?
Destination changed.
I love you, Ellen.
I love you, Ellen. Complete stasis? Oh my god! Oh my god. No one's ever gonna find this place. That's a good thing. No one needs to know about the terrible things that have happened to you. Oh. Ew, she didn't survive. Okay. So, as a story recap, that on the Groom Lake, they were testing genetic modification on plants and on animals originally. And then they moved on to cloning people, and Dr. Milan wanted to make the perfect organism. And then Tia wanted to get revenge, and her family was dead the entire time, basically. Huh. I wonder if you guys have ever seen the movie Pandorum, I wonder if it's going to be like that on the ship now. Because in Pandorum, if I remember correctly, they accidentally create a new strain of humans. And since there's no food on them on the ship, they start practicing cannibalism, the new species, and by doing that, they create generation after generation on this massive ship. So I wonder if that's going to happen on the Groom Lake now. Although oxygen is leaving, so probably not. I think everything's going to die on that ship. But anyway, that was Stasis. So thank all of you so much for watching. I hope you all had a wonderful time. I'm really happy we played this game. It was a lot of fun. It was nice to play a little horror game that was like more about the story and figuring out what was happening. I like that. Because I'm a scaredy cat and I can't handle scary games. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you at the next playthrough, because we won't be playing this next time. Oh my god. But yeah, see everybody. Bye.